Top 10 Pandemic Research Topics. 2009 H1N1 Flu Pandemic, Vaccination, and Rates. While writing about this topic, discuss the causes of the H1N1 virus. Talk about its impact on public health, as well as the role of vaccinations in stopping its spread. You can meditate on the lessons learned from this pandemic and how they informed our response to the COVID-19 virus. Negative impact of the 2020 COVID pandemic on world industries. In this essay, you can discuss the various disruptions across different economic sectors caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. You can focus on a particular area, such as travel, hospitality, retail, entertainment, or medicine. Highlight the economic and social consequences and discuss how industries adapted to the rapid change. AIDS pandemic, impact on human health. In a paper on this topic, you can discuss the origin of HIV or AIDS, how it is transmitted, and who is at the highest risk of infection. You can touch upon the social and economic repercussions of contracting the virus. We suggest that you focus on the importance of awareness, education, and prevention strategies. Global pandemic issues, prevention of infection and transmission of COVID-19. This essay can elaborate on mask wearing, vaccinations, quarantining, social distancing, or hand hygiene. Discuss the effectiveness and limitations of those in preventing the spread of the COVID-19 virus. In these situations, you can emphasize the importance of collective action and individual responsibility. Ethical controversies during COVID-19 pandemic regulations. If you want to write a paper on this topic, you can begin by researching all the different points of view on the coronavirus pandemic. A matter of discussion could involve balancing public healthcare measures with individual freedoms. Explore other ethical frameworks and how they impact policymakers. Psychological effects of pandemic control measures. This essay will focus on anxiety, depression, and social isolation regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. How did quarantine measures affect the population globally? You could emphasize the importance of mental health support and community. Racist assaults against Asians and coronavirus pandemic. In this essay, you get to explore the rise in racism against Asians in the rise of the pandemic. You could describe a few particular incidents and analyze the reasoning behind them. Some talking points include hate crimes, discrimination, and harmful stereotypes after COVID-19. Impact of the coronavirus pandemic on human relations. When writing about this topic, you can examine the changes in interactions between friends and family and the overall social landscape. We suggest you mention the role of social media and messaging apps in upholding contact and spreading the news. Discuss the opportunities and challenges for fostering connections and empathy during the pandemic. City planning and pandemic, efficient approach. In this essay, you can explore different approaches to urban design made in response to a pandemic. You could focus on healthcare infrastructure and transportation routes. Additionally, highlight the importance of effective planning in mitigating future pandemics. Impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the environment. If you're thinking about writing on this topic, you could discuss the changes in air quality and carbon emissions in times of the pandemic. Alternatively, you could talk about the effects of reduced human activity on ecosystems and wildlife. Were there any positive effects of the COVID-19 pandemic? Find more research topics on studycorgi.com.